Hi, I'm Shantia with This HauteTee Eats, and I am your executive foodie. And today I have my friends Ashley, the head foodie, and Brandyce, the deputy foodie. And today is a very special episode. As you know, Tampa was chosen to host the Super Bowl this year, and I am very excited because I'm able to bring you some of my favorite dishes from our hometown. Today I'll be cooking some wings, some orange-henny wings for one of my favorite recipe developers, Chef Resha, and some crab dip by another favorite of mine, Miriam. It's so good on YouTube. And I will also be making a black Cuban. It's my spin on a Cuban sandwich. So let's get cooking and stick around. And I'll be back to discuss football and my love for food. All right, we are back. We have finished cooking the crab dip from Miriam, I'm So Good, and Chef Risha's orange-henny wings and the black Cubans. While we eat, we're going to talk about football, and Brandyce have a couple of questions that are topics we're going to discuss while we enjoy our meal.
First, let's talk about this drink. So raise your glass. Cheers.
Cheers.
Clink, 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 clink. So I'm calling this one a rum punch smoothie. So in here we have peaches, we have passion fruit, a little bit of raspberries, and a lot of rum. And then it's garnished with our little lemon wedge. So sip, let me know what you think.
Tastes exactly what you described.
Is it good though?
Tastes like a really good alcoholic smoothie.
Exactly. It's like rum punch is normally like served over ice, but I felt like blending it like a smoothie would kind of make things work. It's actually the peaches were sliced and frozen along with the passion fruit. Those were diced and frozen, so that's kind of what made the smoothie consistency.
And this is why she is the deputy foodie. She should be like deputy of cocktails because her drinks are amazing.
Alright, so I'm about to go ham again.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't see any serving utensils, but can I dig with my fork?
Go ahead. Be my guest. You better hurry up if I take them off. Do you like the flats or the drumettes or the drums?
I like the flats.
Well, we're gonna be fighting over flats. You see, that's all I picked up.
I know. The drums are actually better when you're on the go. Like if I'm eating wings in the car.
Yeah. And since it's us two, you know that's your side. I just keep this side. We don't gotta put that on the plate. And go ahead and turn the Cubans around, the black Cubans.
All right, let me get mine.
Okay, come on.
All right.
Okay, they look a little meaty.
Your turn.
Okay. Now the reason I call these the black Cubans because it's my taste on a Cuban sandwich. I've eaten plenty of Cuban sandwiches from growing up in Tampa. And traditionally on a Cuban sandwich you have salami, ham, and pork. So my little twist I have, and also pickles. In my twist, I have the ham and the pork, but I do not eat salami, so I replace that with some turkey, and we have some provolone cheese instead of Swiss that's normally on the Cuban, lettuce, tomatoes, and the pickles and mayonnaise, mustard. But while we enjoy this, which we'll give you a review on later, we'll go ahead and get into these topics.
Alright, so since our theme for this episode in the foods, we're talking about food and entertainment. You mentioned earlier that Tampa's the host city for this year's Super Bowl. So I kind of want to talk about the importance of the game in black culture. Like questions like, is the game really that important? Or is it just another excuse for us as black people to get together, laugh, have fun, eat, drink, and talk shit? What do you think?
I think it's both. It's definitely a way for us black families to get together other than something tragic. So, growing up, I did grow up in a house where football was over any other thing. Not off season, there was the video games, there was everything. Everybody did so much with football except play it physically in my house growing up. But I do see that football is very much I don't know. I just feel I'm not a football fanatic, so I just honestly, if I'm at an event that has to do with football, I'm honestly there for the food. So you won't hear me saying, "Ooh, let's go to this game. Let's go do that." Now I may do it if my friend's going. Yeah, I'll go, but I'm personally not ever gonna say, "Let's go."
Is it because you never were interested in it, or you just
never been interested in football?
Or is it
and it's funny because I was a cheerleader for a football team in Tampa, but I didn't pay attention to the game. I was just there to cheer, and that was it.
Okay.
So, what's your take on it?
For me, I think it's kind of like what you said. It's a little bit of both. I think if we're talking about Black culture, I definitely feel like it's important. The game itself is important to our culture. Like, let's just look at it statistically and traditionally. There's a lot of African Americans on the field in the world of NFL, in the world of football in general. I know a lot of white guys play football, and it's just a man's sport, so it is a dominant sport. And so when you're talking about the Super Bowl, I mean, it's the thing. It's like, even if you don't pay attention to football or NFL, you know who's playing in this Super Bowl. You're going to probably be invited to somebody's party. So it's like, for me, I know the Super Bowl, if I'm not even watching the whole season, I know enough to stay in the game. So I would say the game has a high level of importance. It's coupled with an excuse for us to get together, have a good time. It's almost like second to, I don't even say second, but it's in that field of 4th of July. It's almost like some people celebrate 4th of July for the true meaning of independence. Some people do it for the love of fireworks. Other people do it for an excuse to cook out.
Yes.
That's just how I see
any
it.
day off work is an excuse to cook out. So.
Right. It's been like a little thing where they're kind of saying, do you know the official day that they have for the day after Super Bowl?
I have not heard of that.
It's like, I forgot what it's called. I'll think about it. I mean, maybe it'll come to me. But it's basically, people are like, National Hangover Day. That's what it is. I think it's like National Hangover Day. It's always the day after the Super Bowl. And
we have an excuse being that the Super Bowl is in Tampa, so I might be.
That's what's up. So you talked about growing up in a house full of football fanatics. Because you don't really care about the game, would you date a football player or somebody that was just as fanning over football like the guys in your household?
Now, I wouldn't mind dating a football fanatic because I feel, hey, we can watch the football together, or you watch football and I can prepare dishes such as what I prepared today for the festivities and entertainment in the house. Now that, I don't mind dating someone that's all into the game, that love the game, but as far as dating a football player themselves, that's probably a hard no.
A hard no?
That's a hard no.
Like, no, none at all?
None at all. Well, maybe none that's currently in the league. Maybe possibly a retired one who's now focused on business, investments, and other things that would help with his longevity of survival outside of football and collecting those retirement checks and everything. But a physical football player that's currently in the league, no. And we all read the blogs. We all see what's going on with any type of athlete, even the married ones. And who have time for that drama?
See, I'm different.
Okay. Tell me why.
Well, not too different. Like I feel you on the whole retired football player. That's definitely something that I would go for before I go for somebody that's in the league.
Mm-hmm.
But if I met a guy and he happens to be an active player in the league, that's not a hard no for me. That's basically like, I like the idea of being with the person, being with a man who enjoys what he does. So if he's actively playing,
Mm-hmm.
I know that he gets joy from his job. And you
Okay.
don't find that often. Like people who actually get paid to do what they love, I think that it's the innate spirit of like, and I'm not gonna say happiness, but there's a level of joy when you get up and get paid to do what you love to do.
Okay, now I don't see no wrong with that. I honestly agree with that. But you can't yourself have to put a lot of trust
Mm-hmm.
in someone that's not only a professional athlete, but a professional athlete that travels to different cities, who was well known in these different cities, who have crushes and anyone that's going to try to get to them and meet them in this city only because he has money and the popularity. And now we know these days it's all about clout chasing.
Mm-hmm.
So even if they do sneak a picture with your boo and post it, making it seem like it's more than what it is, it's gonna escalate quick, gonna make you look crazy, and then we don't know who to believe because guess what? All athletes are in that category of stepping out on their significant other, wife, or whomever. So how would you feel like he's in a whole nother city and he wins a game and ready to celebrate, but you're not there to celebrate with him? So he go out, celebrate with the team, the fellas, and you don't know where he at because now you can't pick up he's not picking up the phone. How would you feel about that?
First off, the dip is really good.
Okay.
I couldn't wait to say it. I had to say it right now. But to answer your question, to me that's no different from dating a successful business person that travels all the time to close deals, and he closes a deal out on the road, and I'm not there to celebrate.
Mm-hmm.
So to put that kind of negative stigma and blame a guy that I'm with just because he's in the league, I think that's unfair. One, yeah, those temptations can happen with anybody on any profession. Like not only athletes aren't just the only people that get tempted from out of town.
That's
people.
true.
Because you can see, like, a girl doesn't have to know who you are, but they can see what you drive or see how you dress, see how you move.
But that right there don't mean nothing if they don't know who you are. Sometimes.
Well, sometimes a girl can look at a guy and be like, buy his car. Or if she frequents the bar at the W Hotel, she knows she's looking for people that are coming and going because she's like, oh, people of certain stature will stay here or whatever. But all I'm saying is that it wouldn't make a difference to me because it's like no matter what the profession is, especially if you're handsome, like if it's an attractive guy, he don't even have to have a lot of money. He just got to be real cute, and he could be going to Publix and a girl would try to step to him.
True.
So to me, that's going to be there regardless of their profession.
Well, at the end of the day, I probably still wouldn't date one. Maybe not a rookie. If I had to pick a choice of someone in the league, definitely not a rookie, because not only are they now have to prove themselves to their team, their new teammates, and possibly to a teammate they might outdo now who's already been on the team, who's already been the star quarterback, and you had this young who's supposed to come in and take your place. So, they got to not only prove their point on the field, but then they got to show you off the field that that person because they made it. So they going to try to be with any and everybody. I'm not saying that's all rookies, but
it's not a risk you're willing to take.
Not a risk if it was a rookie, but maybe someone that's been in the game for a couple years, who had their fun, who did everything, who knows they may gonna have to retire soon, or maybe that type of player who's over it, who's just about the game, about business, about family, and all the other important things in life, not out there trying to, So yeah, that's my take on it.
So a little off topic, but you kind of took us there. is that your general type of guy?
What?
A guy that's more mature, thinking about family, thinking about security.
It's funny because you can say all these things about this nice guy that you want to date, the type of guy that you date, but all in all, you can always meet that person who don't fall within that category, and you can still fall for them. Right. And they can be that person who is totally opposite of what you want, the bad guy.
Told you.
And the bad guy is somebody who you know you shouldn't be with. Now he done did so wrong that your friends don't even like him because you keep going to your friends and complaining about him, but yet you still with him. So yeah, you could say what you want until you get into that situation with a person. Then it's like, dang, I like him still.
Some rules can be broken.
Yeah, but I don't want to be no fool. And that's how, that's how it was back then. Now, I'm definitely not going to be no fool.
So you're right. It's their hard stops, hard no's for you.
Yeah, and it sucks that sometimes that hard no can come years later when you've seen it, that it should have happened sooner. But we can't help who we like. We can't help who we love sometimes. But we can help ourselves when we're tired of a situation. So to remove yourself and to keep your happiness, your sanity, and now as we get older, your health, you have to remove yourself from situations like that. Put a hard stop, hard no, and to keep yourself happy.
All right, dropping a little gem for the listeners, for the viewers. That was off script. You did good. All right, going back to our theme of the game and Black culture. We kind of talked about how we feel as women. Like we admit it. We're honest that we don't really know what's going on in the game. I feel like you could probably follow along, but you basically was like you don't want to follow along. You'll fix the food. You'll set the decorations. You'll make everybody comfortable, but you care less what's going on the screen.
True.
Me, I like the excitement. I like get excited when people are like, ooh, like stuff like that. And
that's the only time I'll probably jump in like, oh, and then I'll be like, what happened? Right. And then they don't want to hear that. Like, move.
See, I'm good enough to follow, so I don't have to ask what happened. Like, I can just catch up. I can look on the screen. I can listen to the instant replay. I mean, I can listen to the playbacks. Right. And I can follow along what's going on.
I can too. But, if you watching TV with your boo, you try to engage a conversation sometimes. If it's just y'all two, not if it's everybody at the house. You be like, what just happened, boo? What was that? Sometimes I know. And still ask,
I'm with a fanatic, so like ESPN is on all the time. So if I don't follow along, then he'll feel like, dang, this is what I like. Why you not into what I like? It's not like I have to be into it. I at least gotta follow along and show that, hey.
True.
That you got it.
I got it.
Why, if he's not into what you like, you guys could compromise. So if he like things you like, then yes, you should be in there rooting for his team. If he out there taking you places and things you want to do, or whatever.
I think it's fun though.
What, football? Football is a different type of sport.
It's funny.
Sometimes the game is hella long. When you be like, dang, is this game over yet? Especially if it come on the channel when your show is supposed to come on next and it's not coming on because football, and you get pissed. So, but yeah, it's a sport that you can definitely just enjoy watching just from the other people. Like you said, the cheering and the hollering. Then once you are engaged in the game, now I have been times where I've been engaged in the game and I catch myself jumping and screaming at the TV, upset or whatever, because I'm going for the team he going for or whomever my family going for. And I'm like, dang it. But yeah, all in all, it's entertainment.
And that's what it is.
And their job at the same time. So, yeah.
So segueing to entertainment and their job, like that's what I think, because it is entertainment. I think us as fans or the general public may take it for granted that this is their job. Like they are getting paid to put their bodies through all of that stuff.
Yes.
In order for our enjoyment, for our entertainment. So going back a couple of years when Kaepernick did the kneel and started the kneeling movement, he basically was taking a pledge for saying that as a black person, like my job poses a level of discrimination that makes me uncomfortable. Like I can't perform the way I want to perform because of my skin color. So with that kneeling movement, it was pretty big. A lot of people supported Kaepernick, but that was
until their job got on the line.
Correct.
Until other things will put them at risk for not being able to take care of their families.
Right. So a lot of those guys that were players at the time, since then, it's been what? A few years now.
It's been a few years. Yeah, it's been a few years, but as with most incidents, everybody talk in the beginning, then it fades. It fades. Something else happens, everybody talk, then it fades. And all these instances that has been happening since Kaepernick kneeled or before, but it's been a lot that's happened since he kneeled. And protests, everything draws back to when he kneeled. And it's crazy when something happens, then everybody goes, that's why he was kneeling. And I don't know. I think it's just with us, we speak about it, but we don't put action behind our words. And he put action. He put his job on the line. He was all in it.
Right.
And I think if we all took a kneel or a stance for what we truly, really believe in, change could happen. Not as fast as we hope, but we all just can't sit here and talk about it, screenshot it on the internet, social media, and talk about it. It's more than just doing that and hitting share and everything. So I feel like, yes, at that moment in time, it was something that we were all for, but like you say, time comes and things change and people go back to their normal lives again and don't remember the fight or what he was doing everything for, and they just back to like nothing happened. And of course that's what the NFL probably wanted in the anyway.
Right.
So it's a win for them. I'm not gonna say a loss for us, but hopefully it can still wake up some people out there and some players to, understand what he was fighting for. And hopefully they can, once they get in there, still use that platform to continue to do what he was trying to do.
I like your point of view, because you basically are saying, I'm like, I like that, but I do, because you basically are saying that, yes, the reality is, as the time goes on, the severity or the mood of the movement that dies.
Right.
But that moment in time is almost like, it's always like a bookmark.
Right.
So it's just like, even if the level of consciousness fades away as like new players come into the league, once an act of discrimination happens, it's almost like you go to that bookmark of Kaepernick. It was like, oh no, y'all not gonna try me. I'm kneeling. I'm taking a knee.
Right.
I'm doing all these things. So it's
and
almost
I hate that something always bad have to happen for everybody to go back to what the fight was really about. You gotta keep fighting every day.
I feel you.
You can't just let it die just because now time has progressed. And I'm not saying everyone do that, but you don't see it hit the blogs anymore. You don't see it hit the newspapers anymore. You don't see it anywhere anymore. And when you don't see it, it's out of sight, out of mind.
I agree. It would be nice to, because you know how in October that's Breast Cancer Month and the NFL usually have pink uniforms and stuff like that. It'll be nice to kind of commemorate the kneeling by having a blackout month or something like that in the NFL. So it's like, it's reminding people that, one, if the league supports something like that, they're saying, yes, we still support that
Now, are they
change.
supporting just to avoid backlash and they want these players, they want this money? Are they supporting because it's something that they truly feel?
Oh, we know it's the first answer.
Exactly.
We know it's but that's the ugly truth. That's the same ugly truth as time goes on, we let things slide. Like, that's just the ugly truth. But I do like Black History Month. It could be like whatever month it was that Kaepernick took that knee. I would love to see an NFL blackout as a ode to the reason why he took a knee in the first place.
Exactly. And then that will refresh memories,
Correct.
bring up why we're doing this again. And
exactly.
And if you keep doing that, it's going to eventually have change.
Right.
Because they're not going to want to keep having these blackouts, these people kneeling, these people boycotting. But again, you gotta start somewhere.
And it's not even a boycott. Like a blackout in my mind would be something like breast cancer. It's just like we're just honoring the awareness. That's really what it is.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Because it's like you said, the latter is they still want those players because they make money off those players. Mm-hmm. Obviously, those players, the newer players, still have dreams of being in the NFL. So they're still going to be attracted to the league. They want to play. So let's get back to telling people our opinions about the spread that you created today.
All right. So again, like I told you, we had the Hennessy wings, Orange-HENNY barbecue wings, honestly, from Chef Resha. Mm-hmm. And I know y'all see me digging into them earlier, but I'm so ready for this video to be over with so I can really go to town on these wings because they so good. And I want to go to town on my Cuban sandwich as well. I know y'all seen pieces of the bread falling down when I was trying to bite it. And I'm tired of leaning, so I'm going to get comfortable and eat this. But I really enjoyed these wings. The dip, I ate some chips before we probably started recording. And that crab dip, you taste crab in every single bite. So yes, I'm about to go to town on this whole spread and have Brandyce fix me another drink if it's something left over. But I actually really enjoyed this meal, and I feel that any family and our entertainment get together will enjoy this meal as well. What you think?
I agree. I'm about to do the same thing. And I did put my own twist. I mean, you got your black Cuban. I'm gonna call mine.
Did you name your drink?
No. I just called it the rum punch smoothie.
Oh yeah, you did say rum punch smoothie.
So you called your twist the black Cuban.
Yes.
I'm gonna call my twist the black Cubano because I did put some of the crab dip on
your sandwich. Oh,
so
okay. I like that.
Once the camera start rolling, I'm about to really go in. And I might leave a comment in the leave a comment below about how that was in case people were wondering. I'll let y'all know because I am going to go in as soon as we hit stop.
Thank you. And Chef Resha, I appreciate you for these delicious Orange-HENNY barbecue wings. And Miriam, that crab dip is official.
You deserve the sing and dance.
Yes.
You eat it.
Keep doing what you're doing. And thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And hit the bell so you'll know next time I post a video. Bye.